Okay, good morning. I'm so tired. I've been up from 7 something this morning, working on uh, a bed, which I started last night when I got off of work. I had to prep the bed. But right now we are looking at my junk table because I want you guys to see the before and after, because I always miss the before and after. So this is one of my projects I'm going to try to work out sometime this month. Not sure because I have many projects. I'm not sure who I'm going to give priority over who. Now over here, it's the wall. I have to power wash it, so excuse it, okay? I've been focusing on planting. But in this section right here, it's going to be a future um, garden bed. And since the winter, I haven't really done much with this area other than I had my seedlings was on here. I had a lot of seedlings on here, and the grass, I need to work on it, but there's going to be a bed right here, okay? So it's going to be a raised bed here. So I just wanted to get a little bit of the before of how beat up the section is. And these are the remaining seedlings that I'm trying to get somewhere other than here. And I have a creative idea for this shelf, which I use for my ceilings. I'm not really going to mention it yet, so you have to keep following up with me, and I will post it in a future video when I'm finished with what I'm going to do with this shelf and the purpose of using this shelf. You would be able to see it in a future video, but right now I just wanted to get a before because I've never gotten a before, really haven't much gotten a before area that I'm going to work on. So yes, the house needs a power wash. I haven't got to that as yet, but I am. Okay, let's go to the next section. Now this is the raised bed I put in last night. The plants, all the plants that I think I want to put here is done. I have to do some tidying up, like getting rid of the black material, put down some more seeds, and some straw, whatever, so the seeds can grow back and the area could look good. But I haven't really been focusing on the grass, so I have a lot of areas that are messed up because I wanted to focus on getting the food down and take care of your grass. It's very costly, and I'd rather get my food down first. I have some seeds down, that's why you'll see some blue stuff, but I didn't think I'm just going to throw a little bit of soil over that area once I finish this bed. I'm hoping to do the bed by Sunday, and then I could work on the grass in this area, and then I have to power wash this piece right here because it's been getting beaten. Yeah, so what's in here is in this little corner right here, I have some cilantro, and the whole entire bed is peppers and squash. So the big plants that you can see is the actual squash. Some might be planted a little bit too close or whatever. Not all the time all the plants make it, but you'll be surprised who makes it and who doesn't make it. But I kind of wanted everything to be kind of close and not too far apart. And there's enough that if some make it and some don't make it, I should have a good outcome. And in between it are peppers. Now, I forgot to label my peppers, so I can't tell you which is which. But I was very sure to make sure, like, whatever is in this side has actually been in the same pot. So you'll have whatever this section is one type, and then there's some more that's coming along. So this is the before. We just put this down, and in upcoming videos we'll be able to see the progress of the squash bed. Okay, so let's move on to what I did this week as well. So it's been hot for a couple of days now. It's been hot since I think Monday, and it's supposed to start raining from today. It says 12 p.m. Not sure if it's going to really start raining because sometimes they're off. So this is the status of my cabbage. I don't know if my apricot tree's really making it or not. So yeah, if anything, it's just going to be a cabbage bed and dill. So this, my dill seeds can't come up, but this is the cabbages, they came along well, they coming along. What I did today, this week, is I planted that blueberry tree, that blueberry, and that blueberry. I believe it was Sunday. I'm not sure what day I planted it, but it's probably not even a week old in the ground. I'm not sure. And remember the other video I was doing the cabbage and the onions. So that's basically what all of these beds have is cabbage and onions, but I was able to put down my 3 blueberry trees. You know, I have to clean up a little bit. Not really worry about cleaning up this mud part because it's supposed to flood and rain and all of that stuff. So a lot of this stuff is gonna wash away. So I'll wait and let the nature take care of a lot of the excess dirt, and then I'll come behind and tidy it up. So yeah, so these beds are cabbage and onions. This is a plum tree. Yes, I put a CD in a tree so the sun can reflect off the CD and move, and kind of tricks the birds to make them think that something is here and stuff. And because the birds hit my blueberry tree up yesterday morning, they sure did. So there's not really like as many blueberries that was on the tree. These are not making it, but yeah, there's still a few on it. So this year I wasn't really pressed about it because I bought it with the blueberries on the tree. So I wasn't really pressed about what's on the tree, but next year I'm hoping to get a good outcome. This is my apple tree. I've never gotten an apple off of it. This is the Granny Smith so far, but yeah. Here are the cabbage and onions again, and over here we have cabbage and onions and sunflower tree and sunflower inside of the sunflower some dandelion. Okay, so just an update for that section. So we have cabbage and dill in this area, and I had to move this over here. I finally had got them labeled. They wasn't doing well in the other areas, so I'm trying them from outside of the cool area to a more warmer area. Yes, and so hopefully they'll do better. But I've been using the milk thistles, so I've been clipping it and I've been drinking that as my tea. So these is like teas and herbs and stuff like that. So this is like a lot of my stuff I put in my pots, my season and stuff like that. And I've definitely had a good outcome from this bed. So this is actually what it looks like trimmed back. So I'm kind of trying to let it grow back some more. And I thinking of putting some seeds in this area because it's like a real end. I put some cilantro there, but I'm probably put some seeds in here to get something going in there, so I make use of all my space. We have one strawberry tree there. We have another one here, and we got a strawberry that's looking like it's ready to do something. So yeah, we got plenty of strawberries on it. So I just have those in pots. You guys seen my lettuce before, so I'm just letting it grow some because I've been eating a lot of my lettuce, so I'm just letting it grow back and catch itself. I co-planted some. It has some carrots, and it also has some there's carrots in there, and there's garden sorrel in there. That's what those little things that's growing up, that's garden sorrel. So the tomato trees are doing good. This is a temporary spot for them. I'm gonna have to make a raised bed for them. Let's see if I can make the camera grow into that pot. Let's see. So that's my sweet potato, and you see those little stuff? It's corn. I decided to co-plant it with some corn in this pot. Okay, so everything that's along this line are potatoes, and if you see any little small stuff growing in it, then it'll be corn. And I think there's an onion in one of the pots too. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Okay, so what's going on here is in this corner right here we have oh my gosh, how can I forget? I'll come back to it because there's one in this corner and there's one in that corner, but we'll talk about everything else and hopefully I remember by then. So right there in the middle, that is a cucumber, and there's another one here, and there's another one here. I transplanted them this morning, so I have to give them some more water. We have peppers, so those little ones you see in between, that's right. Let's see, there, that's a pepper. And let's see if I can get mine. And let's see, that's a pepper. That's a pepper. And yeah, those are peppers. Okay, so I put a few, these are my microgreens. I have a few decorative plants around here, pollinators. I'm just starting out some ginseng in this pot. And wherever you see these little things growing in this garden, because I spread some in there, there's some endive, and they're all over in there. I put them in between because every space can be used as food. Put a marigold in here, more cucumber. Haven't figured out if this is my raspberry, my blueberry tree, because I had planted two next to each other, and one died and one made it. So I'll figure it out when we get fruits off of it. And I mean, this is just like my highlight right here. I am so happy about these green beans. I mean, like, look at that. I got a green bean. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Okay, so there's a few little one that's growing in between, but now I'm like wishing, like, man, I wish I had put more green beans down. And I went and I looked in my seed bag and I have some more. So somewhere in between of planting, I'm gonna squeeze some green beans in my garden. Okay, probably co-plant it somewhere that I see available space, like I did over here. The sunflower tree wasn't coming up good here. Excuse the lime, I threw it in there. So I put a green bean there. I found some space with the corn back there, so I put a green bean in there. I found some space in my sweet potato bin, so I put some carrots in there. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. See, I put some corn in here because I said I have some space. So I just put some more corn in here. And then there's corn back there. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on back there that I haven't, there's no real big update on that. So I'm not really giving a big update on it because I haven't transplanted to the area. So that's what I did. And this right here is an experiment. I think next year I will put stuff like peanuts in here instead. It's not doing what I thought it would do. Honestly, I don't know what this is. But I had a whole bunch of them, and I planted it. I thought it was one thing, and it's turned out to look like something else. So, yeah. So, that's this section. The sunflower tree is going good there. I put it there for pollinators and for shade. And looky here, this didn't have any beans on it when I put it in here, and now it has beans. So I think I could probably use this. This will probably be the good height because I originally didn't know those beans. The tree actually stays short. So now that I know, probably next year I'll probably use this to put my beans so I don't have to bend down. And my garden is actually set in it's trying to do it in a way that my grandmother can pick stuff without bending down. So that's why a lot of stuff is they're on blocks, or they're in raised beds like this, or they're in the containers, because it's really for my grandmother to be able to access the stuff, the plants. And like I've tried using hanging baskets. I'm gonna try some more of hanging basket in the tree as well, especially for the cucumbers. So it's a little messy area right here, but I have some slips here. See my peanuts, they're ready to be planted. So I was doing a dollar store container experiment. So that's why I have those two black buckets here and those two blue containers. And I think they're pretty okay. And this is what the rest this looks like. I'm not going to put everything in here because I've done several videos on a lot of these stuff. And I don't want to bore you. But these are my two banana trees. I haven't put them in another pot yet. I want to get a nice pot because they're going to be transported from inside and outside depending on the weather. But those are supposed to be the more cool hardy plants. And I bought these. These are 5 for $20. I bought those from Costco. So I'm not sure. I might use that for my eggplants. Oh, now I know what it was. It's a zucchini tree. See my zucchini? I have to transplant this one. I might put it in the bed with the what is it again? Boy, it's my mind. Yeah. When I remember, I'll tell you. So the tomatoes are coming along well. There's lots of flowers on the tree, and that's why I wanted to have more tomatoes, because I think in a sense they grow kind of fast, but then in a sense it doesn't really grow kind of fast. And I want, when these have already ripened and I'm enjoying these, that I have another set that's coming. That's why I started those new seedlings on the other side, because look, you have to actually wait Like I can't eat any of these right now because they're not ripe, and I want to plant it in a way where it's that once I finish one set, another set is already on its way coming. So, but when I tell you, this is like one of my greatest pride and joy is the tomato trees. And I spray them with organic stuff that I buy from the store, and I put stuff down, and I put some uh, look, memory's not doing good, marigold in there to help. And right here we have in here some more garden sorrel, which is really tasty. So I just squeeze it, squeeze in. Like I saw the empty space, and I'm like, what's small enough that could be put in a spot that I don't lose a good amount of soil that I can use for something else. So we have some peppers in here too. That's my bell pepper. And this right here is some more peppers right here, coming along well. And that's why I planted some more pepper trees, because these take some time as well. And how often I use peppers, I need to have a good amount of peppers. And yeah, so these onions were my first trial. I'm allowing it to flower. These onions probably a year old, but yeah, I'm allowing these to flower, and because it was just a trial. I really love the fact this, where my cabbage is going. It's in a little container right here, and I was just imagining where I planted all the other cabbage in the raised beds. If they get to look this beautiful, this size, this is gonna make the raised bed look beautiful, and it's also gonna be food. And look, it's balling up. I'm so excited about it because I love cabbage, but I already know I have too much here for me to eat, so I'm obviously gonna be sharing with some people. So these right here are my slips. I have some slips. I'm transitioning my slips from by the back door to come more back here, and then I build the raised beds for these slips. So I have videos on when I'm transplanting my slips. Like in here is beet. I have to thin those out. It's too thick. So I'll let you know in a future video where I decided to put them. I have extra peach tree. I'm thinking about giving to a friend. You remember these? We just did this. I wanted to see them grow a little bit, and I think I'm gonna pick some today, and then I'll show you a video of my pickings of these today. I think today's a good day. Some of them, they look really good. They look juicy. And the next time I go to the store, I'm gonna get me some more seeds. I don't care to order in the mail because it takes too long. So next time I go to the store, I'm gonna get me some seeds. I have a creative idea for the watermelon. I'll keep in touch, because I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna see what I'm this creative first time doing idea I have for this in the future. And this bed is not doing so bad. I have some supplies to work on this bed to put the cattle pen fence up, but I haven't had the time to do it as yet. That's another project where I have the supplies, and I just do it based on which project is more important. And putting down the squash, that's what I remember it is. The squash was more important than putting up the cattle panel fence here. But I love seeing the beans grow up the stalk. So yeah, so they have plenty of seedlings. All of the stuff that you're seeing that's dirt, eventually you're gonna just see like just a whole bunch of food in here, and it's going to be full and nice and green. And if something is not taken too well, guess what? I will transplant something else in here. If it dies, guess what? I have a lot of stuff waiting and ready to be planted that's over there in those containers. So that's what I'm using alongside the back side of my property. And I still have to go, I have a lot of space to go that way. And then the back of the house. So yeah, so you could get a lot of food in a smaller space. I call this small, some people call it large, let me do a quick video of the other side. Just because I'm doing a video, let me throw these in here. I did water last night, and it's very dry because the sun is hot. So yeah, this is another apple tree. I have to get it straightened out with some rope and some stakes I'm planning to do that this week. I finally cover up that hole, and I got the fig tree in there. I just have to get the raised bed around it. So that's the next project. I'm telling you, I have projects. More cabbage, and there's some hyssop seeds in there. Oh my God, something tore this cabbage up. Okay, oh, something tore that up too. Oh, we gotta put some stuff down. I'm gonna go to the store and get some more stuff. I don't know what's happening. I got some stuff in the house. I'm gonna spray it right now. Let me go inside. We got some pears. I have to get a bed around my lemon tree. And something is hitting up my cabbages on this side of the yard. Okay. I got you guys. I got some stuff. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna go to the store today and get it. And get you guys. Okay. They tearing my cabbage up on this side of the house. Ooh, look at that. They ate that up. So this is gonna be ending of my video. Okay guys, I know you can hear that noisy train. It's behind there in the bushes, but yeah. So let me go get some stuff and start spraying here, because these bugs are tearing me up. All right, so that's an update, and hopefully I'll have something more interesting in another video. Have a nice day.